Yes, my Hakko died a horrible death. This is just a symptom of the actual problem. The problem is I never had a good stand for it to keep it, from falling onto the floor. So this is like the fourth or fifth time that it's fell onto the floor, and it just keeps breaking in the same place. Obviously, I just keep super gluing it back, but this time the wire actually broke off the heating element, and I believe it is welded on there in some fashion, and I wasn't about to try to fix that. So I did look for parts. Of course, the first place I went was eBay. Found a new body and heater. The person wanted like $62 free shipping for the heater, and the body was somewhere in the $40 range plus $7 shipping. And I thought, well, I'll just take the part numbers and do a Google search just to see. Well, I found T Equipment had both parts for much cheaper. You can see their official Hakko stuff. Here's the body, and then heating element. And then I was looking. Let's see. They were $45 for the heating element and $25 for the body. And come to find out, T Equipment was the person that had the body on eBay for $40 plus $7 shipping. And then on their main site, it also showed if your order was over $100, it was free shipping. So I went ahead and ordered a second heating element. That put me at like $115 or something like that. And I can easily just sell the second heating element on eBay, put it up for $50 or whatever. So this is just, I could just sell it for parts, quit using it. I've never been completely in love with the Hakko, but it's leaps and bounds better than using a solder sucker, some other crappy device for desoldering. But it's noisy, it's heavy, it's cumbersome. So, whatever. And there is a newer one of this. I think it's called FR300 or something like that. But it's basically the same tool. It's a little bit lighter, but it's probably similarly noisy and cumbersome and whatever. And eventually I'd like to upgrade to a JBC desoldering system where it's just a little handpiece and the main pump is off in the distance or whatever. But for now, I want to fix this because I simply don't have the money to buy a JBC system right now. I found a used one on eBay, and that's well over $500, and I can't quite do that right now. We've got all our money invested in the high def nest kits. So this was a stopgap solution. So I'm gonna get this thing put back together. Some obvious stuff to do here is to get the tip off. And then we got 3 small screws. I believe this holds the element in place. Just need those screws. The body came with new body screws, but not new screws for the element. And of course, the element has that flange, or the heater has that flange, I should say. And also the tube. I'll throw that in there. Looks like the body does not come with that filter sprung part, so I could leave what's left of my ceramic filter in there. And obviously the back cover. This is about as far as I've ever taken it apart before. There are 3 body screws. Technically, I don't even need to replace this part. I could sell this one as parts. I don't know why anybody would need just this half, because obviously it's this half that's going to break. Let's see. Definitely need to take off our ground. Got 2 nuts and 3 terminals. Two screws here, holding the power in cord. And screw on the PCB. Looks like 3 screws on the pump. Another PCB down there, huh? And another screw. Another small screw for ground wire out here. And get rid of that. Okay. Move over the button. Got a little nub right there. And let's see, 1 terminal, then a nut. And then the other terminal. Screwed all the way up there. That little screw. Well, that's difficult. Get a smaller screwdriver, maybe. That made it a little bit easier. this, wouldn't it? Yeah. Looks like this hole is got a self-tapping screw. Almost everything else is machined. Oops, I didn't have it. It's got little holders on the corners. Now she's in there properly. That looks right. So got two nubs right up here. Look like they're trying to hold that switch in place. So we got another self-tapping screw goes right there. Trying to get the power cord in somewhat same spot there, so I'm not crushing it more in a different place. These are self-tappers too. I don't see any reason to go all the way down with them. That's probably a bad idea to do that anyway. And our last grounding lug. And nut. And the heater does come with a paper says something about to be sure to route these red wires in the different channels. I guess we can go ahead and stick our heater in place. Ugh. I don't believe there is a certain connector for each. They're both red, so I'd say go for it. Just gotta get around that screw housing right there. Cool. That looks good. That's down on there good. I guess that would be one reason to use the old piece. Got the stickers on it. It's too bad they didn't come with new stickers. But I'm definitely going to use the new pieces since I bought them. Tube back in place, and a lot of people tell me I need to clean that. I just don't worry about it. It gets dirty too quickly. There's that. And the rear cover. Cool. And yes, I do keep all of those. I have a video about where I actually melt those down, add some flux, and get good solder back out of it to use in my solder pot. So let's plug her in. See if we got suction. Oh no, it's not running. Heater's working. Suction's not. Oh man. Oh, I think I found out why. There's a black wire right here. Came off the motor. So I'll fix that and we'll get back to it. Okay, now I'm all back together again. Sweet. And yes, it's getting hot. Good deal. Okay, one of the last things is to calibrate it. There's two holes right here, and one of them is temperature, one of them is cal. The paper that it comes with the heater says to crank it all the way clockwise, it would be, and then take the temperature of the tip, and the tip should read 895 degrees Fahrenheit. Seems a bit high. I think mine's only turned up 3/4 of the way, and it usually does pretty well, but yeah, looks a lot sturdier now that it's not super glued together. Probably try and find some better way to put this somewhere where it won't be falling down on the floor ever again, because I do not want to ever break this thing again.